After the knowledge of CSF, now we are going to study about the lowest most part of the our central nervous system, that is the spinal cord. जैसा कि हम पहले ही डिस्कस कर चुके हैं हाउ टू स्टडी द न्यूरो एनाटॉमी. सबसे पहले हमें स्पाइनल कॉर्ड स्टडी करना है, उसके बाद ब्रेन स्टेम और सबसे लास्ट में ब्रेन. सो द फर्स्ट टॉपिक अंडर दिस कैटेगरी दैट इज द स्पाइनल कॉर्ड. तो इसके बारे में कुछ जनरल पॉइंट्स. सबसे पहले हम देखते हैं इंट्रोडक्शन एंड डेफिनेशन फॉर द प्रॉपर कॉन्सेप्ट ऑफ द न्यूरो एनाटॉमी. यस, जैसा कि हमें पता है सेंट्रल नर्वस सिस्टम इज डिवाइडेड इनटू द ब्रेन, देन ब्रेन स्टेम एंड देन स्पाइनल कॉर्ड. सो व्हाट इज द स्पाइनल कॉर्ड? लोअर elongated part of the central nervous system is known as spinal cord. You can observe this image. You are looking the person from the back side. तो सेंट्रल नर्व सिस्टम जो हमारे बॉडी में सेंट्रली लोकेटेड है. ओके, द अपर मोस्ट पार्ट डेफिनेटली इट इज द ब्रेन, and the brain is located over the brain stem. We will see the brain stem later. And lower most part of the brain stem or lower extension of the medulla within the vertebral canal is known as spinal cord. तो आप देख रहे हैं this is the cord like structure which is within the spinal vertebra. That's why it is the spinal cord. Okay, now see position. It is located in upper 2/3 part of the vertebral canal. So this is the line from the Gray's 41st edition. ये हमारे वर्टिब्रल कैनाल के अपर 2/3 पार्ट को ऑक्यूपाई करता है. नाउ यू कैन ऑब्जर्व द शेप. यस, इट इज सिलेंड्रिकल, लेकिन ये टोटली सिलेंड्रिकल नहीं होता. इट इज स्लाइटली फ्लैटेंड एंट्रोपोस्टीरियरली. व्हेन वी विल ड्रॉ द डायग्राम देन वी विल सी. ओके, ये टोटल जब हम इसको सेक्शन करेंगे तो टोटल ऐसा गोल नहीं दिखेगा. यस, इट विल एपियर स्लाइटली फ्लैटेंड. सो देयर विल बी द ग्रे मैटर and the white matter. That's why we are adding this line that it is slightly flattened anteroposteriorly. And now see the size. So this is the MCQ. What is the size of the spinal cord? Answer is the 45 centimeter length. Okay, it is in male or you can say 18 inches, and in female it is slightly smaller, that is the 42 centimeter. So another question, what are the other structures in our body having 45 centimeter length? So you can make a list. 45 centimeter length. Structures of body with 45 centimeter length. So first is the definitely spinal cord. Second, you can add vertebral column without intervertebral disc. Next, you can add thoracic duct and another duct you can add, that is a ductus deferens. We have studied in our male genital tract ductus deferens. Also you can say vas deferens. Then next structure is fetus, baby. Okay, and the structure related with the baby, that is the umbilical cord. According to the pediatrics book Nelson as well as the Ghai, the newborn baby is having the length of 45 to 50 centimeter. Then seventh structure, ideal length of the femur as well as ideal length of the sartorius. These are also considered as the length of the 45 centimeter. Okay, so this may be the viva question as well as MCQs. Yes, remember spinal cord length is important, thoracic duct or pequot duct length is important. Yes, the length of the vas deferens is important. Longest muscle of the body, that is the sartorius. Okay, it is also 45 centimeter length. So these are the various viva question as well as MCQ. Now we are talking about the weight. Weight is approximately 30 grams. And what is the function of this spinal cord? Yes, it is responsible for the impulse transfer Yes, it carries the impulses from peripheral part of the body and to the brain or central nervous system, or it carries the sensation or impulses from the brain to the peripheral part. Okay, so it is having the ascending function or the descending function. So it carries the impulses from brain to periphery or from periphery to the brain part. Yes, for physiology it is also the center for the simple reflexes. Now we are going to see the external features of the spinal cord. Spinal cord बाहर से कैसा दिखता है. So you can see this image. This is the upper end of the spinal cord, that is the our brain stem part. Okay, so remember this spinal cord starts from the foramina magna. Okay, this is the level of the foramina magna. So medulla ends at foramina magna and spinal cord starts from the foramina magna. Okay, so the spinal cord is the cord like structure. Near the neck there is the one dilatation is present, that is a cervical enlargement, while near the lumbar part there is the another dilatation is present, that is the lumbar enlargement. Okay, and various spinal nerves are emerging from here. So we are going to make one diagrammatic presentation. Suppose this is the cord like structure indicating the spinal cord. Its lower end is dilated like the cone, which is known as the conus medullaris. So clinical important point that the nerve bunch which are arising from the conus medullaris, that is known as the cauda equina, because it is like the tail, means cauda, and tail of the horse, that's why equina. Okay, और अगर इसे कॉर्डा इक्वाइना वाले रीजन में डैमेज हुआ तो उसे कॉर्डा इक्वाइना सिंड्रोम कहेंगे. एंड इफ देयर इज द डैमेज टू द कोनस मेडुलरिस पार्ट, देन इट इज नोन एज द कोनस मेडुलरिस सिंड्रोम. नाउ सी near the neck region, again you will get one dilatation, that is known as the cervical enlargement, while near the lumbar part there is one more dilatation, that is known as the lumbar enlargement. Okay, so just try to understand. This is the level of the foramina magna. Yes, this is the foramen magna, from where the spinal cord is starting, and this dilatation is cervical enlargement, while here is lumbar enlargement. Okay, and this lowermost dilatation which is appearing like the cone, that is conus medullaris. Diagrammatic presentation. Okay, now this is starting from the foramina magna, but it is ending at which level? So we will see. Previously its answer was L1 L2 junction, but then answer became lower border of L1. But now according to the recent Gray's Anatomy 41st edition, the best answer is middle 1/3 or middle third of L1 vertebra. So this is the MCQ from AIIMS May 2018. The best answer, where this L1 vertebra, where this spinal cord ends, answer is the lower border of the L1 vertebra. This is the best answer. Okay, I am going to show you the lines from the Gray's Anatomy, page number 762 to 764. It is based on the recent studies. It is saying that there are various changes in the ending of the spinal cord, but now recent study says that in the adult the spinal cord terminates on average at the level of middle third of the body of first lumbar vertebra. Okay, so you can remember various anatomists are doing study about it. Okay, for fun you can see Suresh 5-star chocolate, and also McDonald. How can you remember McDonald burger? So this is the funny way to remember. Okay, these various anatomists, these various physician, physiologist, anatomist, they all are doing study. And now earlier answer was L1 L2 junction, but then answer became lower border of the L1, but now the best answer is middle third of the L1 vertebra. So definitely now answer you have to mark L1 AIMS May 2018 level MCQ. Okay, now again see here, from this spinal cord the various nerves are emerging, spinal nerves are emerging, and these spinal nerves are 31 in pair. Okay, just diagrammatic presentation. And from the lumbar region again the nerves are emerging from the both side, and from this conus medullaris part the bunch of the nerve is just appearing like the tail of the horse. It is just appearing like the tail of the horse. Okay, diagrammatic presentation. So these are various spinal nerves. So yes, cervical enlargement, it is located near the C4 to T1 level, and it is responsible for the origin of, yes, it gives origin to nerves of brachial plexus. Yes, the nerves of brachial plexus, they takes origin near the C4 C5 to T1 vertebra. Okay, while this lumbar enlargement, it is located from L4 to S3 spinal level, and it gives origin to the lumbar plexus. Okay, and this bunch of the nerves which is coming from the conus medullaris, that is known as cauda equina. So for applied part, if there is the lesion at this conus medullaris, then it will be known as conus medullaris syndrome. But if there is the lesion to this bunch of the nerve cauda equina, then it is known as cauda equina syndrome. Yes, the nerve roots involved, they are approximately same, so the features are also approximately same, but what are the differences you have to study in your clinical. Few features appear earlier while the few other features appear later. Okay, generally this cauda equina is also involving the nerves of the lumbar region, so lower limb and manifestation, perineal first manifestation, they all appear. And in your cauda equina, in your conus medullaris syndrome, okay, that is involving mainly the sacral nerve fibers. Lumbar fibers are also there, okay, but perineal symptoms will appear earlier. So what are the differences you have to see in the clinical. In anatomy, what you have to know, conus medullaris, terminal end of the spinal cord, if it is getting damaged, conus medullaris syndrome. Cauda equina, yes, bunch of the nerve which are arising from the terminal end of the spinal cord, conus medullaris part, this lesion to the cauda equina bunch of the nerve, that is a cauda equina syndrome. Now we are going to see on outside of the spinal cord there is the attachment of the spinal nerves. जैसा कि हमें पता है और ये कभी कभी MCQ भी आ जाता है, there are total 31 pairs of spinal nerves are present. MCQ, जिसमें से सर्वाइकल नर्व जो होते हैं वो 8 होते हैं, thoracic nerves are 12 in number, lumbar nerves are 5, again sacral nerves are 5, and coccygeal nerve is 1. So when you will add total all the spinal nerves, you will get 31. Okay, now try to understand. Here is the diagrammatic presentation of the vertebral column. Inside there is the spinal cord and various spinal nerves which are emerging. तो आप यहां पर देख रहे हैं, शुरुआत में समझने की कोशिश कीजिए. When there is the development of the embryo, तो शुरू में जो बेबी होता है उसमें वर्टिब्रल कॉलम और स्पाइनल कॉर्ड का लेंथ अप टू इक्वल होता है अप टू द 3 month ऑफ लाइफ. ओके, बट नाउ द बॉडी इज ग्रोइंग रैपिडली, बट द स्पाइनल कॉर्ड इज अनेबल टू ग्रो विथ सच स्पीड. तो अब क्या होता है कि स्पाइनल कॉर्ड हो जाता है लंब, यस, वर्टिब्रल कॉलम का लेंथ ज्यादा हो जाता है व्हाइल द स्पाइनल कॉर्ड रिमेन्स शॉर्ट. सो व्हाट इज रिटन इन योर टेक्स्ट बुक दैट the spinal cord growth lags behind the growth of the vertebral column. इस कारण अब होता क्या कि स्पाइनल कॉर्ड जो होता है इसकी एंडिंग जो होती है वो वर्टिब्रल कॉलम के आखिरी तक, मींस ये कॉसिक्स तक प्रेजेंट नहीं करता। एट वेरी अर्ली एज इट इज बोथ द लेंथ आर इक्वल, लेकिन बाद में स्पाइनल कॉर्ड ऊपर में ही खत्म हो जाता है। जैसा कि मैं आपको पहले बोल चुका हूं, अर्लियर द आंसर वॉज L1 L2 जंक्शन, बट देन लोअर बॉर्डर ऑफ द L1 एंड नाउ द मिडिल थर्ड ऑफ द L1 वर्टिब्रा इवोल्यूशन हो रहा है। और ये जो ग्रोथ है यस स्पाइनल कॉर्ड का, वो कंपैरेटिवली हमारे बॉडी के ग्रोथ से शॉर्ट रह जा रहा है। ओके, नाउ ट्राई टू अंडरस्टैंड। ड्यू टू दिस इफेक्ट, जब स्पाइनल नर्व्स निकलेंगे, so you can see this is the first cervical vertebra, second, third, so on. 7 cervical vertebra. The first cervical nerve is above the C1 vertebra, then second is above the C2. In this way the C7 nerve is above the C7. लेकिन vertebra 7 होते हैं cervical vertebra, but cervical nerves are 8, so the 8th cervical nerve is below the C7 vertebra. Okay, और आप ऊपर सर्वाइकल नर्व्स में देख रहे हैं कि ये नर्व्स अप्रॉक्सीमेटली सेम वर्टिब्रा के लेवल से इमर्ज हो रहे हैं। यस, ये हॉरिजॉन्टली इमर्ज हो रहे हैं। ओके, लेकिन अब आप देख रहे हैं कि जैसे जैसे ये नर्व नीचे की तरफ आ रहे हैं, यस दीज आर बीइंग ऑब्लिक। ओके, क्योंकि हमारे स्पाइनल कॉर्ड का लेंथ जो है शॉर्ट रह जाता है और वर्टिब्रल कॉलम कंपैरेटिवली ज्यादा है, इसलिए अब ये हमारे नर्व्स जो है वो स्ट्रेट नहीं है, ये ऑब्लिकली रन कर रहे हैं। And you can see each spinal nerve is coming with the same number of the vertebra, but from the lower side, not from the upper side. Okay, so after this the T1 is coming from the lower part of the T1 vertebra, T2 nerve, spinal nerve is coming from the lower part of the T2 vertebra, T3 nerve is coming from the lower part of the T3, so on. Okay, और लास्ट वाले पार्ट में आप देख रहे हो, yes these all the nerves are now running obliquely. Okay, and at the last time can you see these all the nerves are totally vertical now, and they are coming from their respective vertebral lower border, S1, S2, S3, S4, S5, so on. Getting the point? Okay, so this is the way. अब आपको क्लियर है कि इस डिफरेंशियल ग्रोथ के कारण सेम नर्व जो होते हैं वो सेम वर्टिब्रा को करस्पॉन्ड नहीं करते। सो ऑलवेज यू विल सी सच काइंड ऑफ द टेबल। ओके, जस्ट फॉर योर रिविजन, कोरिलेशन विद द ऑर्थोपेडिक्स। सी हियर अगेन, अगर मान लो किसी पेशेंट में आपने स्टडी किया और उसका सपोज पॉट्स स्पाइन, जो आप ऑर्थोपेडिक्स में, मेडिसिन में, ये सभी में देखते हो, ट्यूबरकुलोसिस ऑफ द वर्टिब्रल कॉलम, अगर सपोज T10 वाले लेवल में पॉट्स स्पाइन हुआ है या कोई डैमेज हुआ है या कोई ट्यूमर हो गया है, तो ये किसको डैमेज करेगा? यस, इट इज डूइंग डैमेज टू द नॉट द थोरेसिक लेवल, बट इट इज डूइंग डैमेज टू द लंबर एंड द सैक्रल नर्व्स। ओके, सो ट्राई टू अंडरस्टैंड, यू विल गेट बेटर अंडरस्टैंडिंग इन योर क्लिनिकल, लेकिन उसका एनाटॉमी वाला बेस आपको अभी बनाना है। सो यू कैन सी हियर इज द वर्टिब्रल लेवल, number of the vertebra, but here is the spinal nerves level. So if there is a damage to the C1 to C7 vertebra, there is a damage to the C1 to C8 spinal nerves, जैसे आप क्लिनिकल एग्जामिनेशन करके पता करेंगे। यस, बट इफ देयर इज द डैमेज इन द अपर थोरेसिक वर्टिब्रा, दैट विल कॉज डैमेज टू द T1 टू T8 nerves. Okay, if there is a damage to the T7 to T9 thoracic vertebra, then there is a damage to the T9 to T12 nerves. क्योंकि अब ये स्ट्रेट नहीं निकल रहे हैं, ये ऑब्लिकली हो जा रहे हैं। यस, डैमेज टू द T10 टू T11 vertebra, that will cause damage to the L1 to L5 spinal nerves, and in the same way damage to the T12 to L1 thoracic vertebral level. Okay, it will cause damage to the sacral nerves as well as the coccygeal nerve. So you have to correlate this all the facts in your clinical. लेकिन आपको याद रखना है कि ये नर्व्स जो रहते हैं ऊपर में हॉरिजॉन्टली निकल रहे हैं, then they are becoming oblique, then at the lower part they are becoming approximately vertical, और वो कॉर्डा इक्वाइना बना रहे हैं। Okay, now we are going to see the facts about the meninges of spinal cord as well as spaces in spinal cord. Okay, so here you can see that in this diagram it is shown that spinal cord is ending at the lower border of the L1 vertebra, L1 L2 junction, but according to the recent Gray's anatomy, the best answer is middle third of L1. And you can see the meningeal covering. सबसे बाहर वाली जो कवरिंग है, यस दैट इज द ड्यूरामेटर. सो कैन यू सी द आउटर मोस्ट कवरिंग ड्यूरामेटर इज एक्सटेंडिंग अप टू द S2 वर्टिब्रा, जबकि पायामेटर जो होता है वो बहुत ही अच्छे से चिपका होता है किसके साथ, स्पाइनल कॉर्ड के साथ. सो द पायामेटर ऑल्सो एंड्स एट द सेम लेवल L1 वर्टिब्रा. लेकिन ये जो पायामेटर होता है उसका एक फाइब्रस एक्सटेंशन होता है जिसे हम फाइलम टर्मिनल कहते हैं. ये टर्मिनल एंड कॉसिक्स तक अटैच होता है. गेटिंग द पॉइंट? सो दिस इज द फाइलम टर्मिनल विच इज द मॉडिफिकेशन ऑफ द पायामेटर. सो वी आर गोइंग टू ड्रॉ वन डायग्रामेटिक प्रेजेंटेशन. Suppose this is the terminal part of our spinal cord which is cone like dilated, that is the conus medullaris. Now see here the pyometer is firmly attached, इसलिए हम pyometer को एकदम चिपका के बना रहे हैं. Pyometer is firmly adhered to the spinal cord and ending near about the same level where the spinal cord is ending. लेकिन arachnoid matter और dura matter there is the large gap. So this is the red color structure showing the arachnoid matter and then brown color structure showing the dura matter. Remember arachnoid matter and the dura matter, they are closely attached together. Okay, so this ending of the pyometer as well as the spinal cord is middle third of L1 vertebra according to the Gray's anatomy. So you can say the pyometer is also ending at same level. While this red color layer is showing the arachnoid matter, while this brown color layer is showing the dura matter of the spinal cord. So this both dura matter as well as arachnoid matter, they are ending at S2 vertebral level. Now try to understand. As we know the CSF is accumulated below the arachnoid matter. So this is the space where the CSF is accumulated. So this blue dot, that is indicating the CSF. CSF is located within this subarachnoid space. CSF in subarachnoid space. Okay. But now try to understand that पायामेटर इज सेंडिंग वन थिन स्ट्रैंड, एक पतला सा धागा जैसा स्ट्रक्चर है जो बाहर की तरफ निकल रहा है. फाइलम मींस धागा, स्ट्रैंड थिन स्ट्रैंड, फाइलम मींस स्ट्रैंड. टर्मिनल बिकॉज इट इज गोइंग अप टू द टर्मिनल एंड ऑफ द वर्टेब्रल कॉलम एंड फाइनली इट इज अटैच्ड टू द कॉसिक्स. सपोज दिस इज द कॉसिक्स. सो दिस थिन स्ट्रैंड मॉडिफिकेशन ऑफ द पायामेटर is known as phylum terminal, which is having the two parts in contact with CSF or within the subarachnoid space, that is known as the phylum terminal internal, while outside the subarachnoid space not in contact with the CSF, that is known as phylum terminal external. The length of the phylum terminal internal is 15 centimeter, while the length of the phylum terminal external is 5 centimeter. So total length of the phylum terminal is 20 centimeter. So such kind of the depth question may be asked in Nimhan's like pattern. Okay, so remember this phylum terminal is modification of pyometer. One more fact, that this dilated space, yes, this wide dilated space is known as lumbar cistern, which we have studied in cistern part. क्योंकि यहां पर एक बड़ा सा स्पेस है जहां पर CSF accumulated है and spinal cord is ending above it, that's why it is the best site for CSF removal, which is done at the lumbar cistern. This procedure is known as lumbar puncture, which is done at L3 L4 vertebral level, which is identified by the location of iliac crest. So these are the various MCQs. Now we are going to talk about the three modification of the pyometer. Such kind of the questions may be asked in top level exams like NIMHANS, Zipmer, AIMS, PGI Chandigarh. So there are three types of the modification. One is phylum terminal, which we have already discussed. Okay, जिसके दो टाइप थे, phylum terminal internal and phylum terminal external. Phylum terminal internal was 15 centimeter, while the phylum terminal external was 5 centimeter. So total length of the phylum terminal was 20 centimeter. Now see, another one is ligament denticulate ligament. Okay, so for this we are going to observe one image. Can you see this image? यहां पर आप देख रहे हैं कि this is the vertebral body. Inside the vertebral body, within the vertebral canal, there is the location of the spinal cord presenting the gray matter and the white matter part. And this spinal cord is again surrounded by the dura mater, arachnoid matter, as well as the pia mater. Can you see here? Here is the arachnoid matter and here is the pia mater. अगर आप पाया मैटर को ध्यान देंगे तो आप देख रहे हैं कि पाया मैटर से टीथ लाइक प्रोजेक्शंस निकल रहे हैं, एंड दिस टीथ लाइक प्रोजेक्शंस आर रनिंग बिटवीन द वेंट्रल रूट एंड द डॉर्सल रूट ऑफ द नर्व. यहां पर पीछे में क्या रहेगा? यस, डॉर्सल root of spinal nerve. So the modification of the pia mater, which are tooth like in appearance, that's why denticulate, ये ligament की तरह appear होते हैं, but actually these are the modification of the pia mater. That's why ligament term has been used. Okay, इसका importance क्या है? It is situated between the sensory root and the motor root. So in various kind of the operative procedures, this denticulate ligament is very helpful for the identification of, for the differentiation between these two different root. Suppose अगर किसी ऑपरेटिव प्रोसीजर में हमें सेंसरी रूट को कट करना है, उसे डिस्ट्रॉय करना है, ताकि पेशेंट में पूरा का पूरा पेन किलिंग हो जाए. अदरवाइज कई सारे कंडीशन होते हैं, जैसे कि गैंग्रीन के केस, पेरिफेरल वैस्कुलर डिसीजेस के केस. इसमें अगर मान लो प्रॉपर मैनेजमेंट नहीं हो पाता तो सीवियर पेन के कारण पेशेंट कई बार हॉस्पिटल की छत में चढ़ करके वहां से जंप करके सुसाइड भी कर देते हैं. तो ऐसे कंडीशन में अगर हमको फाइनल स्टेप लेना है तो हमको पेन को पूरी तरीके से किल करना है, तो इसके लिए हमें क्या करना पड़ता है? यस, वी हैव टू कट दिस डॉर्सल रूट. सो हाउ वी विल परफॉर्म दिस ऑपरेटिव प्रोसीजर? दिस डेंटिकुलेट लिगामेंट विल बी हेल्पफुल. ट्राई टू अंडरस्टैंड. वी विल होल्ड दिस डेंटिकुलेट लिगामेंट विद द हेल्प ऑफ द फोरसेप्स. ओके, और एनाटॉमी हमें बताता है कि इसके आगे मोटर रूट है जबकि इसके पीछे सेंसरी रूट है. सो नाउ विद द हेल्प ऑफ द स्कैल्पल वी विल मूव द स्कैल्पल बिहाइंड द denticulate ligament. We will cut this part. So all kind of the sensation will be lost from that particular segment of the body. Okay, तो इस तरीके से उस पेशेंट का पेन टोटली जो है वो क्योर हो जाएगा. इसके ड्रॉबैक्स भी रहेंगे, बट व्हाट विल हैपन? द पेशेंट इज नॉट फीलिंग द पेन फ्रॉम दैट डिसीज्ड एरिया, सो ही विल एटलीस्ट नॉट कमिट द सुसाइड. So this is the knowledge about the denticulate ligament. Again, little notes for the denticulate ligament. You can observe here, these are teeth-like projection. Total these are 21 pairs. So this is the MCQ for you. Located between the sensory and the motor root, as I told you. These are helpful during surgery to identify the sensory and the motor root. And yes, these are also responsible for holding the spinal cord in its position. Okay? इसके अलावा एक और मॉडिफिकेशन होता है, दैट इज द लीनिया स्प्लेंडेंस. व्हाट इज द लीनिया स्प्लेंडेंस? यस, इट इज पायामेटर थिकनिंग present at anteromedian sulcus and it is located only at lower part of the spinal cord. So this is the notes for the top level kind of the exams. Sometimes it may be asked. After external features of the spinal cord as well as the meninges, now we are going to see the internal features of the spinal cord. इस सेगमेंट में हम देखेंगे स्पाइनल कॉर्ड को कट करेंगे और उसके अंदर स्ट्रक्चर्स किस तरीके से अरेंज होते हैं उसकी स्टडी करेंगे. हियर इज द इमेज फ्रॉम द ग्रेज एनाटॉमी 41st edition. You can see various different kind of the appearance of the our spinal cord section. Okay, see here. सर्वाइकल पार्ट में हमारे स्पाइनल कॉर्ड का अपीयरेंस डिफरेंट होता है, इन द थोरेसिक सेगमेंट डिफरेंट काइंड ऑफ द अपीयरेंस, एंड एट द लंबर रीजन अगेन फ्यू चेंजेस इन अपीयरेंस ऑफ द स्पाइनल कॉर्ड। हमें यहां पर ग्रे मैटर और व्हाइट मैटर दिख रहा है। दिस इज द इमेज यूजिंग द स्पेशल स्टेन। सो व्हेन वी कट द स्पाइनल कॉर्ड, देन देयर आर टू टाइप्स ऑफ द colors are visible in normal section, fresh section, as well as in case of the special staining. Okay, so at the center part comparatively grayish color appearance is visible. Why? Around the central canal there is the H-shaped or butterfly shaped gray color is visible due to the collection of the cell body which are also known as nucleus. तो ये जो gray matter वाला part होता है, that is again divided into the dorsal horn, lateral horn and the ventral horn. And according to the rule of the physiology, dorsal horn gives origin to the sensory fibers. Dorsal horn से हमेशा sensory part of any spinal nerve attach रहेगा, while entry horn जो है वो motor root of spinal nerve से attach रहेगा, while the lateral horn gives origin to the sympathetic fiber which is present only at the sympathetic outflow part, that is from T1 to L2 level. जबकि ये जो बटरफ्लाई शेपेड एच शेपेड ग्रे मैटर रहेगा, दैट विल डिवाइड द व्हाइट मैटर इनटू द थ्री पार्ट्स। डॉर्सल व्हाइट कॉलम, क्योंकि ये नीचे से ऊपर तक एक खंबे की तरह, एक कॉलम की तरह रन करेगा, दैट्स व्हाई वी आर यूजिंग द टर्म कॉलम, और फ्यू बुक्स आल्सो यूज द टर्म फेसिक्यूलस। एंड नेक्स्ट lateral white column, and last is the anterior side of the spinal cord, that's why anterior white column. Now again one anatomist came, Raxed. He divided the gray matter into the 10 strips on basis of the various cytohistological studies. तो इसलिए कभी कभी MCQ आता है, how many laminas are found in gray matter? Answer is the 10 studied by the Raxed, that's why known as Raxed lamina. While the white matter is again divided into the bundle of axon known as the tract. ये दो टाइप के होते हैं, either from below to the above ascending or from above brain to the down descending tracts. Okay, so now we are going to draw the diagrammatic presentation of this all the facts. Now we are going to draw the transverse section of the spinal cord. So at the center you will see the central canal which is surrounded by the butterfly shaped mass of the gray matter or H-shaped gray matter, and it is surrounded by the myelin sheath or various bundle of axons, that is the white matter. तो पीछे की तरफ आप देखेंगे तो एक हल्का सा डिप्रेशन और सेप्टा दिखेगा, and one elevation you will observe, then again one depression, and there is a lateral elevation, and again one depression, and then on the entry side there is a big gap is present. Now draw the same symmetrical image on the opposite side also. So this is the diagrammatic presentation of the spinal cord. You can do labeling. Central canal, this is the posterior part, while here is the anterior part. So this depression is known as posterior median septum, while this anterior one is known as anterior median fissure because it is presenting the large gap. Around the central canal the structures are grayish in color due to the accumulation of the cell bodies of the neuron, while the peripheral part is appearing whitish. Again I want to show you one diagrammatic presentation. Cell bodies, accumulation of the cell body due to the Nissel's granule causes gray appearance, gray matter, while the axons are surrounded by the myelin sheath. Suppose this is the myelin sheath, so due to this axon and the myelin sheath there is the white appearance is there. Getting the point? Okay, and the collection of the gray matter, it will form the various nucleus, so it will form the nucleus. Okay, now what are the various parts of the gray matter? This is dorsal horn or dorsal projection. There is one small projection on the lateral side, that is the lateral horn, and another projection on the anterior side, that is known as the ventral horn, or you can say anterior horn. while this butterfly shaped gray matter is dividing the white matter into the three parts. Can you see? This is the posterior part, so this is known as the posterior white column. Here is the lateral part, so it is known as lateral white column, while this is the anterior part, so this is known as the anterior white column. Getting the point? So what I want to tell you, there are the three parts of the white matter. First, dorsal white column. This is second, lateral white column, and here you can mention the third, that is the anterior, or you can say ventral white column. So already we have written the notes, gray matter 3 parts and white matter 3 parts. Okay, remember, dorsal horn is always sensory, so it is attached with the sensory root of the nerve. MCQ for the physiology. Ventral horn is always motor, so it is doing attachment to the motor root of the spinal nerve, while the lateral horn, it gives origin to the sympathetic fiber. So this MCQ have been asked in NEET 2016 pattern, that this lateral horn is present where? Because it is giving origin to the sympathetic fiber, and sympathetic system is thoracolumbar in outflow. That's why it is present from T1 to L2 spinal level. So this is the same segment where the sympathetic system arises. Okay, इसके अलावा कुछ और टर्मिनोलॉजी है. Yes, there is a one septum here and another septum is seen here. So these are known as, this is on the posterior side, that's why it is known as the postero. On the lateral side, that's why posterolateral depression is known as sulcus, and it is going inside the spinal cord substance, which is known as septum, while here this depression is known as anterolateral septum. So this is the internal feature of spinal cord, transverse section of spinal cord. Now within the gray matter, how the cells are arranged and how these cells are making 10 different kind of the strips studied by the Raksed, known as Raksed lamina. We are going to observe about these facts. Okay, so can you see this image? Gray matter means collection of the cell body, और cell body का जो collection होता है वही nucleus कहलाता है. So can you see in this image? Yes, at dorsal horn you can see there is the presence of collection of the cell body known as posteromarginal nucleus. Just in front of it there is a substantia gelatinosa nucleus. This is very most important. MCQ have been asked that this substantia gelatinosa nucleus is related with the pain and temperature pathway, which is related with the lateral spinothalamic tract. So these are various types of the MCQs. Now see, just in front of it there is the nucleus proprius, और इसके आगे जो न्यूक्लियस का ग्रुप है दैट इज द डॉर्सल न्यूक्लियस. और फिर जब आप इंटरमीडिएट एरिया को देखते हैं तो यहां पर आप देखते हैं मिड लाइन की तरफ एक न्यूक्लियस दैट इज द इंटरमीडिएट मीडियल न्यूक्लियस, और जबकि लैटरल की तरफ इंटरमीडियो लैटरल न्यूक्लियस. तो इंटरमीडिएट जोन में इंटरमीडियो मीडियल और इंटरमीडियो लैटरल दो न्यूक्लियस आपको यहां पर मिले. नाउ कम टुवर्ड्स द वेंट्रल हॉर्न. तो यहां पर जब आप आते हैं तो 3 एरिया में डिवाइड होता है, 1 2 और ये बीच वाला 3. सो देयर आर पोस्टेरोलैटरल न्यूक्लियस, इसके पीछे जो न्यूक्लियस है दैट इज द पोस्टेरोलैटरल न्यूक्लियस एंड एंटेरोलैटरल न्यूक्लियस. जबकि मीडियल तरफ आएंगे तो आपको मिलेगा वेंट्रोमीडियल एंड डॉर्सोमीडियल न्यूक्लियस. इन दोनों के बीच में आपको मिलेगा फ्रेनिक एंड एसेसरी न्यूक्लियस. सो दीज आर वेरियस अरेंजमेंट ऑफ द न्यूक्लियस विद इन द ग्रे मैटर. अब इसी को रैक्सेड नाम के एनाटॉमिस्ट ने साइटोहिस्टोलॉजिकल बेसिस में डेंसिटी ऑफ न्यूक्लियस के बेसिस में स्टडी किया और 10 अलग अलग लैमिना में डिवाइड किया. सो कैन यू सी दिस इमेज? हियर यू कैन ऑब्जर्व व्हाट आर द 10 लैमिना. सबसे पीछे की तरफ जो है उसे लैमिना 1 का मार्किंग दिया गया. जस्ट इन फ्रंट देयर इज लैमिना 2. अगेन दिस लैमिना 2 इज इंपॉर्टेंट बिकॉज इट इज द साइट ऑफ द सबस्टेंशिया जिलेटिनोसा न्यूक्लियस व्हिच इज द पार्ट ऑफ द पाथवे फॉर पेन एंड टेम्परेचर as well as lateral spinothalamic tract. Very most important. And in AIIMS May 2018 this question have been asked that it is totally unmyelinated fibers. इस लैमिना 2 में कोई भी माइलिन शीथ बिल्कुल भी नहीं होता. ग्रे मैटर में ऑलरेडी माइलिन शीथ नहीं होता. but you can see few part of the axons, but this is the lamina 2 substantia gelatinosa part, which is totally unmyelinated in nature. This was the question from एम्स में 2018. ओके, अब इसके आगे में जो स्ट्रिप बन रहा है दैट इज अ लैमिना 3, इसके आगे जो है वो 4. ओके, और इसके भी फ्रंट में जब आप आएंगे एट द लोअर मोस्ट पार्ट ऑफ द डॉर्सल रूट देयर इज अ लैमिना 5. लैमिना 5 के आगे है लैमिना 6. सो यू कैन से दैट डॉर्सल हॉर्न इज प्रेजेंटिंग फ्रॉम लैमिना 1 टू लैमिना 6 फ्रॉम पोस्टीरियर टू एंटीरियर साइड. अब जबकि ये जो इंटरमीडिएट वाला एरिया है दैट इज हैविंग द लैमिना 7. सो विच लैमिना इज एट द इंटरमीडिएट पार्ट इन बिटवीन द डॉर्सल एंड द वेंट्रल हॉर्न? आंसर इज द लैमिना 7. नाउ कम टू द वेंट्रल हॉर्न. एट द वेंट्रल हॉर्न टुवर्ड्स द medial side there is the 8 number, while towards the lateral side there is the lamina 9. Okay, so medial side lamina 8 while the lateral side is having the lamina 9. Now where is the lamina 10? Where is the lamina 10? Answer is around the central canal. The gray matter area is known as lamina 10. So these are the various Raxed lamina situated in the gray matter. Now see one more diagrammatic presentation how the nerves are attached to the spinal cord. Already we have observed in our thorax segment, but again we are doing revision. In this image you can see this is the one particular spinal segment. What is the definition of spinal segment? The part of the spinal cord with one pair of the dorsal horn, one pair of the ventral horn, one pair of the dorsal root and one pair of the ventral root of spinal nerves known as स्पाइनल सेगमेंट. तो ये जो स्पाइनल सेगमेंट होता है इन डॉर्सल हॉर्न पार्ट देयर इज अटैचमेंट ऑफ द डॉर्सल रूट ऑफ द स्पाइनल नर्व व्हाइल द वेंट्रल हॉर्न इज हैविंग द अटैचमेंट ऑफ द वेंट्रल रूट ऑफ द स्पाइनल नर्व. नाउ बोथ द रूट्स आर यूनाइटिंग एंड मेकिंग द ट्रंक. जैसे पेड़ में एक रूट होता है, बहुत सारे रूट होते हैं और सारे रूट मिलकर के ट्रंक बनाते हैं. इन द सेम वे द टू रूट्स आर यूनाइटिंग टू मेक द ट्रंक ऑफ द स्पाइनल नर्व. व्हाट यू हैव टू रिमेंबर हियर, in a dorsal root there is the one collection of the cell body that is known as a dorsal root ganglion. Yes, it is the classical example of pseudo unipolar neuron. Yes, this is the MCQ. It is classical example of pseudo unipolar neuron. So actually the neurons are coming in this way. Actually the neurons are coming in this way, making the cell body and going in such kind of the way. So it appears that it is having the one root, one efferent as well as efferent, but actually both are separate. Okay, now after the formation of the trunk one part is going back side, क्योंकि ये पीछे जा रहा है that's why known as dorsal, और ये arm की तरह that's why rami, while another is going front side that is known as the ventral rami. We have already seen in thorax part. अब ये जो dorsal rami है it is again dividing into the lateral side branch and the medial side branch. Okay, while the ventral ramus is connected with the sympathetic ganglion. Yes, again this sympathetic ganglion is attached with the two rami. Can you see proximal and the distal? The proximal arm is grayish in appearance because it is having no myelin sheath. That's why it is the gray ramus, grayish in appearance. While the distal one is whitish in appearance because it is having the myelinated fibers. Okay. Now see here, this ventral horn is coming from the back side to the front side. Okay, so it is coming, but at the mid axillary line it is giving one branch which will supply the lateral part in mid axillary line. So this is known as lateral cutaneous branch. Again it is dividing into the anterior branch and the posterior branch. Now see here, these ventral rami is coming to the front near the sternum, near the midline of the abdomen, and then it is piercing the skin and dividing into the medial branch as well as the lateral branch. And also it is giving various muscular branches. So this is the one view to take proper understanding of the spinal nerves.